Hey guys, welcome back to the Hardcore Fishing Career Mode in Stormworks. Last time we ended up building this Frantic freight locomotive, as you guys can see, and it needs a hell of a lot more work to it to be good. It does work, it drives, as you guys can see, it is motoring along right now at a pretty decent speed in reverse. We are going to need to add ways of refueling, recharging, although I do kind of already have that. We also need ways of seeing how fast it's going. We need an interior that looks a little bit nicer, and we need to figure out what we're actually doing with the back end, because at the minute, I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back home, and we'll figure it out. Oh, and I should mention you guys haven't even seen the first bit of this by the time I am recording this video, so, yeah. Anything that you guys have said, I don't actually know right now. It's because I'm going on holiday soon, and I want you guys to have videos the whole time that I am away. Anyway, yeah, what are we gonna do today? I'm not sure. Okay, so it might be worth trying to figure out how big an actual, like, container would be if we were to transport containers on the back of this. Also, a hopper. How big is a hopper if we were to put it on the back of here? Oh, that is much smaller than I actually expected. So let's say we wanted two hoppers next to each other. It's really annoying that, like, obviously the build area is odd, and it would have to be an even number to have these guys connected together. But we could do this, and if we did this, we can have, like, loads of these guys on the back of this. And how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, which is actually 12. Interesting. Okay, so that is 12 of those, or if we deleted all of these, we could actually... Oh, how do I do this? Go to this, and load content, yes. And then if we go to presets, we find this, here we go. Container, so this is one container. If I move that backwards to like there, obviously that would fit, if I paste that in. If I then move it backwards a little bit more, we can actually fit almost two. As long as I extended it backwards a tiny bit. That's kind of cool, but at the same time, kind of annoying. Because we've only just made it. Then I would have to create a vehicle that would actually either get towed behind, or we'd spawn in at certain areas in order to actually unload this. Actually, no. Towing behind actually seems like a really cool idea. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, though. Yeah, so this vehicle that we tow would have to be able to lift these guys up and actually put them onto the locomotive and also unload them at the same time. I don't know how that's gonna go. Also, we were talking about fishing. I don't know how fishing from a train is gonna go either. But maybe that is actually a fun idea to even... Maybe we should do that. I don't know, is it a good idea? It's not a good idea. It would probably work though, that's the thing. In fact, it would almost definitely work. Oh, I don't know. I think we should go for the container theory first. So what we'll do is we'll actually build this so that it can carry containers. Essentially by deleting this piece right here, and then I guess this piece, and then building it in, I guess. Okay, so let's say we are going to do it like that. All we need to do now is go to connectors, yep, just like this, and shove those on there just like that. There we go, all the way along. That should mean we can actually connect all of the containers onto here, and that is fine. What I want to do from there, though, is actually have the ability to disconnect them. So, let's go ahead and add some buttons. Here we go. We're going to have them on both sides, yes. We're going to go ahead and shove this one there as well. Good. This is going to be our container. Disconnect. Yes. All right. I'm not going to control them all individually. They're all going to be container disconnects. Yes. Including this one back here, if I can click on these. What's happening? What is going on? I'm trying to... What is happening? I can't click on anything. This is so weird. Alright, I eventually sorted it out. That's all good. We then need a knot. There we go. This is a knot signal, and that's just going to go inside. So we'll put one there, and we'll put one closer to the front. Yes. Essentially from there, this is going to go into... this is going to go into here. There we go. This is then going to go into there, and there, and there, and there. And then I think this needs to go into there. And this needs to go I don't know. Okay, I think this is all fine, maybe, question mark? Yeah, I think that's all fine. I think that's correct. Then we need to do the same down here. So that goes to there. This goes to here also. This goes to here. We then connect this to each of these. And again, that should work out fine. We are going to connect the electricity to all of this as well, obviously. So let's go ahead and do those. We're then going to connect this guy up to there. This one up to here. And there we go. Okay, nice. Alright, connect that down to there. This one's going to be connected upwards. Connect these guys together, and same with this piece. Alright. That should be everything. In fact, that should definitely work. So, now that we've done that, we can save the vehicle as it is. I would like to make all the lights work and stuff like that, but I want to make this work better first. In fact, actually, what I was thinking was, we need to make the brakes work. Like, we actually need the brakes to be working. So, how do we want to apply those? Probably up and down. That'll work for now. There we go. Up and down. Alright, so, we'll go ahead and do W and S as throttle. 1 is for the engine. 2 is for reverse. And up and down is for brakes. Alright, there we go. That is everything somewhat sorted. Excellent. Okay, so now we need to start designing a brand new vehicle all over again. It's probably going to be electric, so we'll start with that. And then we need it to be able to connect to the back of the train, be dragged along until we get to the exit we need to get to. And then we can probably lift up the containers off the thingamabobby, take them to where they need to be, and that should be fine. This is going to be quite tricky. Alright, so the wheelbase on this thing is going to have to be very, very, very wide, and actually it's going to have to weigh a hell of a lot too. I also want it to be very, very, very low to the ground, otherwise again we might have some issues. So, wheels. It is not going to be on suspension, not at all. Those wheels are way too big. There's no point in going for wheels that are way, way, way too big. So these will probably work. Are they as far out as they could possibly go? Maybe. Let's go ahead and shove this on again. Okay, that works. Now let's go out even further. And try again. Nah, okay, right, cool. So that is as wide as they can sort of go. Sure. Okay, current situation. It looks like this. Yes, it is weirdly ugly, but that's alright. So, the plan is that we make it heavy enough at the back so that we can lift things up. The engine and the driver's seat and stuff is going to go... Actually, engine probably in the middle. Driver's seat towards the front. Crane lifting from the back, as well as having weight at the back. Should be good. Maybe. Alright, that to me looks all okay, I guess. We are going to go ahead and add an extra piece of this across the front, and I might actually delete these two and go with one of these right here like this. With that being said, let's go ahead and paint all of that in. There we go. I think I'm going to paint all that in too. That's probably okay. And then I'm going to do this, going backwards. Yes. Alright, I mean, it's ugly, but it should work. Maybe. I think it looks a little bit too ugly. Yeah, no, I do. I think that looks really ugly. If I did actually delete these and I had an engine in the front, maybe then it would still look okay, but actually I'm not going to go with an engine. I think it is actually going to be electric-y? Electric-y. I don't know why I said it like that. I think it's going to be an electric vehicle. However, it can still have like a fake grille on the front. That is still fine to add. However, all of that looked very ugly as well. So let's delete these. Shove those guys into there. Delete that. We can leave that like that for now. This piece, I am going to delete this guy and this guy. And instead of those, I'm going to shove this under here. There we go. And I wouldn't mind it all going inwards, to be fair. But, I don't know. I feel like at the minute, this is too boxy. So instead of those, if I deleted these guys instead, I went up to the top and I used this, maybe we'd have a nice angle going on there. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? That seems like it works. Let's go ahead and shove one of these guys into here like this. Actually, we'll do it here instead. Shove that guy across there, just like this. And this guy probably across here. In fact, if I just did this, that'll be okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. Excellent. And now I just need to build a cab around this. And that should be all right, maybe. You know what? I'm actually thinking we delete these. And we just do that instead. Just have it sort of like a bumper car. That's fine. It'll be all right. All right, so let's go ahead and say we had a seat. This is going to be a driver's seat. It's going to go directly in the center. Yes. If I spawn that in, let's go sit in it. And see what that view is like. Yeah, that works. Okay, yeah, sure. We're then going to add a battery bank behind the driver, I suppose. And then we're going to have to add everything else. Oh, this is going to be tricky. So, I don't know how this is going to look, and I don't know how we're going to get in and out of the driver's seat. I was thinking maybe a door on the back, but actually, I'm not sure now. Anyway, batteries. We're going to need a good few of these, and the main reason I'm actually going to add a good few of these is for weight. Yes, we're going to need weight anyway, or weight distribution of sorts. I'm thinking we actually have them on show on the side, so I'm going to do that there. Going to delete this guy, 1, 2, and 3, right here. And we're going to do this over there as well. Ah. Okay. I mean, to be fair, that actually looks pretty good. Still don't know how you get inside, but it looks quite nice. And then if we make our way towards the back end, you will see that I have added a hell of a lot of weight. Main reason for that is obviously when we lift the containers up, we need to counterweight it on this side. And that seems to make sense. How much does this weigh currently? 7,415. How much do the containers weigh? Let's go check. From the side, it says 1,200. So actually, our vehicle weighs a lot more than maybe it needs to. But maybe that's all right. So let's go back up there and continue building. How high does this need to reach? So it's like 9 blocks or something. But then it also needs to do what the train is, so the locomotive. Oh, that's actually quite high. Right, let's save this and we'll check. Yeah, so it needs to do 9? I think it's 9 anyway. It might even be 11 plus something like 6. So that's a lot. Okay, 15 blocks it needs to be able to lift. Do we even have enough room to do that? Don't know. So the way this would work is we'd actually have a I'm gonna do it with I don't know. This is a bit of a struggle for me because we can't actually build container width here, if that makes sense. So we're gonna have to do it container. Oh, we're gonna have to lift the container using I don't know. Maybe just ropes? But that seems wrong. Maybe, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and get ourselves some pivots really quickly. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and use these ones, which I don't know whether they're actually any stronger than these ones are, but maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Who knows? Let's go ahead and use them, or do them in yellow, because there is quite a lot of yellow on this, but there's also quite a lot of grey. Okay, so I want them a little bit further forwards than you'd expect, probably. We're then going to build these guys together, merge these, excellent. We now need a boom that is going to be long enough to reach far enough forwards, and also to lift it far enough upwards, I guess? So what we'll do is build this onto here. There, in fact, actually, no, wait. We'll build this onto here using these guys. There we go, so those 3. We'll then move this bit backwards. Yes, okay, awesome. We're then going to build it up even further by building it backwards even further. There we go, alright, cool. In fact, actually, I'm going to build all of this out of weight blocks. It might be a strange thing to do, but we're going to do it anyway. So 6 and 6, there we go, awesome. I am going to go ahead and try and build this in nicely, so let's go ahead and do this, 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 and I guess this, there we go, something like that. We're then going to build these guys onto theirs, there's that one, there's this one. We're going to do this guy and this guy. And there we go. So it can actually move itself around quite a bit. From there, I'm actually going to go ahead and do this, which again is a little bit strange. And I'm going to do this, and then we're going to attach those guys together, and then it's going to come off of there. Alright, yes, this might be a very, very weird looking thing, but it's fine. In fact, I might actually add another one of those right here. That looks sick. Yeah. Alright, cool. So, essentially, we're going to build this all the way forwards. I'm not going to have anything other than these pivots, because otherwise it brings weakness into it, and I don't want that. So, this is probably fine. Yeah. From there, we're going to go all the way forwards to the end, which is going to be about there. We're going to go ahead and add some winches to this. And I'm going to just connect them onto the sides, just like this. There we go, and probably like there. There we go. Alright, cool. Yes, it's weird, but hopefully it'll work. Okay, so this is the current situation. It does actually drive. The steering is inverted, but that's okay. We can lift this up and down, which is probably more than enough. I'm just going to go ahead and extend the boom a little bit longer, and I'm going to go ahead and switch the steering around, and that should be good. So A and D, this is going to go to steering. This is going to go to the steering on this side, and that is fine. We're then going to increase the length of this, and that should be fine too. So if I cut this, move it along like a good chunk, that's fine. We attach this guy onto here like this, we merge that bit and that bit together, and that's fine too. Okay, so in order to actually attach this to the train, or the locomotive, we're going to reverse it in. Yeah. Alright, so let's get ourselves a connector. There we go, connector. We will shove this guy onto the back end, probably down here, sort of like this, I guess. There we go. And we'll shove that guy onto there like that. It looks a little bit strange, but should work. So, yeah, how wide is this actually? That's a good way of checking. So this is currently 11 wide. Alright, I think that's probably as wide as the locomotive is. So if we save this as extra, there we go. And we load up our locomotive. And we go 11 wide. However wide that is. There we go. That's 10. So that's actually 11. Yep, that's 11. We will actually delete this guy right here. Grab one of those. Attach this guy onto there like that. And we should be able to tow around our vehicle, I think. Alright, so we are going to need a hell of a lot of rope. So where can I actually position all of that? I am thinking probably just position them on the back. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Obviously, there's 3 on the other side as well. And in fact, actually, let's go ahead and make those yellow. So 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. I'm just going to go ahead and do 1, 2, and 3 like this. And I think I'm just going to box that off like that. Yes, it's a little bit strange, but hopefully should work. The next thing I want to do is... What controls do I actually have on these? Let's go ahead and give all of these electricity. Yes. Up and down. Do I have any way of actually seeing the length of this or not? Or is that only on the other winch? Hold on, let's have a little look. So this one will show us the length as well. That's kind of annoying. But also fine. So, what I'm going to do is actually have these come in. And that's the only control I sort of need. So, let's go ahead and have that button be on, like, 3 or something. Yeah, sure, 3. So that's going to be for up, and up, and up, and up. There we go. So if I go ahead and label that as 3. Containers, winches in. Yeah, sure. I'm sure that'll be fine. It might not be, but maybe it will. There you go. Connect these backwards down to here, and connect this one upwards to there. Let's go ahead and see if we can at least lift a container. Okay, so I'm going to go over to one of these containers over here. That's probably fine. Obviously, the boom is not on sticky. Ah, that's an issue. Actually, it's less of an issue, because what I can do is I can somewhat line us up. Alright, so let's reverse backwards just a little bit. Brakes are on 1. Drive forwards, and leave that relatively centered. Actually, reverse back a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and connect all of these guys together, and hopefully that'll be fine. So, some rope, attach that to there, and then attach it to here. Okay, we're then going to grab some more rope, attach it to the other side, and attach it to here. And then we're going to have to do it again on the other side, so run around here, attach it onto there, and then onto here. And then finally, one more time, let's go ahead and do this one. And then this one. There we go. All right, cool. So now we press 3. And that is going to connect all of the winches and bring them all in. And then we can lift. Okay, and because this is going to be unsticky, it'll be fine. Aha! Obviously, there is some limitations to this. But we can actually we can actually lift this. This is awesome. Yeah, I was not expecting to actually be able to lift it quite as easily as this. But it's totally worked. What I should do is figure out where this is even going. Sawyer North. Well, I mean, my train could go there. What we really need is Terminal Komodo. I can't get up this hill because our vehicle is too low to the ground. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, but what I can do is lower this down and then drive and then lift it up again. Aha! Hey, nice. All right, this is totally working. I don't think it's as nice looking as maybe it should be, but it does actually work, which is very nice. Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and slap on the brakes really quick. We'll get out the other vehicle, the train, or the locomotive, and we'll lower this down and see if it connects. Okay, so all the brakes are on. Very nice. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and drive this over here now. And we will see. I've got to be somewhat precise, but not like amazingly precise. Also, 4-wheel steering on this might be a good idea. Might be a very good idea, in fact. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and drive it over to as close as we can sort of get, where it's still sort of nice enough. I'm going to place it on the back one first. Don't ask me why. I have no idea. Alright, so lift this up. This is... I'm struggling a bit, but it's fine. Alright, bring it backwards just a little bit. Don't tip it over. Okay, there. Right, so, put the brakes on. We're now going to run over, and we're going to click this button right here. It's not the best thing in the world, but it should work. There we go, it is now connected. Excellent. So now I just need to disconnect all the winches again. And that's fine. I can then go get another one. Okay, I just spotted those. There is some meteors going down over there. That doesn't look too far away, so I've got to just get out of here as soon as possible. But yeah, these other containers, there's no point in actually taking those. So, let's drive over, run over to the train. We're then gonna disconnect all the winches. We're gonna try and connect the thingamabobby to the back. This might be where things go horribly wrong, but we'll see. So, what I'm thinking we do is disconnect these to begin with. Jump up and disconnect. We can then run over here and put them in there. Good. Let's go ahead and jump up and disconnect these ones too. There we go. Excellent. Run around to the other side and do the same thing over here. There we go. And shove this one in there. We got one more to do, and that should be fine. Now, there are things that I need to change about this, such as the fact that we need lights and stuff to actually be working, but the fact that it doesn't work right now is fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into this, lift this up, and let's, like, drive away really quickly. Yes. We're then going to drive forwards, because I need to drive into here, which is a bit weird, but there you go. Yeah, I think the problem that we're going to have with this is the arm is actually too long. And what that means is trouble. That means a lot of trouble for us. So what I'm going to do is actually jump off. I'm going to push it. I can't even push it. It weighs too much. Ugh. Right, okay. I'm going to have to drive forwards. Sort of. And then I'm going to have to reverse it backwards. Which is ridiculous, but there you go. So let's reverse this thing backwards. I'm going to have to do something with the arm because it is just too long. It worked for moving things around, but I don't think it's going to work for what I need it to work for now. Because when we go around corners, obviously the arm is just going to poke. And if it's poking, that is not good. Although, I guess it'll work. So let's just go ahead and bring this around to here. Alright, reverse. Here we go. And then if we can connect it on, that is all I really want. There we go, so it's connected. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I might have to put some sort of hinge in between these. But that is connected to there, so when we drive the locomotive, it'll come with us. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and turn off our brakes. Drive forwards. That totally works. That is awesome. Yes. All right, there are things that need to change with this, but that is okay. Anyway, for now, I'm going to go ahead and say thank you guys very much for watching this video. In the next one, we'll probably add maybe even some doors to this and some extra details. Specifically on this side, actually. I want some more there. And then I think we might try and deliver this. Oh, actually, we should probably do that first. And then we'll add more detail to this and change this up a little bit as well. Because, to be fair, I kind of want a cabin on this. I want a little bit more detail, some equipment as well. I also want the lights and stuff to work. So yeah, there's a lot to do. But for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.